Now, a lot of you might be wondering why I didn't cover episode 1 through 3 in one fell swoop. They were all released together. Why not cover them all together? Well, this is the same thing I do on my Marvel podcast, and I try to do anytime I cover a series in its entirety. I like to give every episode its own review. That's mainly so that when people go back later on after all the episodes are released and they want an episode by episode recap, they can do that. Like they don't want to watch episode 1 and then see the 1 through 3 recap and have things ruined for them. So I like being able to do an episode 1, an episode 2, and an episode 3 separately, just for cataloging purposes, really. Like just to have each one separate for people that might find them later and weren't listening week to week as the shows were released. So anyway, that's the reason I do that. So let's get into this week's episode called Truckin. All right, so we pretty much pick up right where we left off. Reacher has to sneak back into the house, and he does so right as someone is coming to check on him or coming to get him. Right, he comes out. He comes out of the bathroom. It's tense, but he finally thinks he's going to get some sleep, and then immediately is awoken by someone else. He says, "We got work to do. We got somewhere to go." So he has to go immediately to this impound lot, right? Because they want to go. I don't know exactly. They go to check the car. They go to retrieve evidence from the car or something. But Reacher saves the duty cop there by knocking him out before Angel can kill him. And then they go in and they're looking at the car. They're looking for the car or whatever. And then Angel recognizes the Audi and is like, wait, but this doesn't look like one of our Audis. Like, this looks different. And he's questioning it, and Reacher eventually talks him out of it. But this guy is suspicious. So he then he gets tasked with well, he goes back to his room, and he thinks he's finally going to get a little bit of shut-eye after being up all night. And right as he closes his eyes, he's awoken with another mission. Beck wants to send him. He has to follow this GPS and take one of the bizarre trucks to a location. And he assumes he's probably, hauling something illegal for him. So they meet at a halfway point, which I think is super risky when you're running a mission that might be a test for a very rich and powerful guy. I don't know, man. You're working undercover. You're gonna go meet up with the rest of the cops to help you search the truck you're in. There could have been so much different kinds of surveillance in that truck. I don't know, man. It seemed a little too risky, especially this early on. He just got in there. He just got in, and he's already taking this chance to meet up with the DEA agents. Anyway, they search the truck with a drug-sniffing dog. They can't find anything in there, and then Reacher goes on his way, but takes Duffy along with him, which, again, you're going to get caught. This is ridiculous. Takes Duffy with him, then ends up dropping her off down the road a bit. But he completes the drive he's supposed to make to this other location. Angel is there. He is questioning him, about why it took him so long and this and that. And then he starts questioning him about, he's starting to put these things together. He thinks Reacher might be a narc because he's he tried to throw him off the scent of the car earlier in the impound lot. He, takes too long with this drive. He's just acting fishy. He knocked that cop out at the impound lot rather than letting Angel kill him. So he's thinking maybe this guy's a cop. But Reacher knows he can't let this guy stick around anymore. Which kind of sucks because I did kind of like this guy. I didn't like him, but his character was good. I loved his accent. I loved his banter. He was a great character, a great I don't know, whoever the guy playing him is a great character actor. Like, not a super important part to the story, but definitely a memorable one. Anyway, Reacher dispatches with him pretty quickly by slamming his head into numerous things, but the best of which being the last thing, which is one of those receipt spears. It like smashes his head into it, just running it through his brain, basically. And then, in true Reacher fashion, he's trying to like hide the body. Doesn't do a great job at it because there is a trail of blood leading from where the guy hit the floor all the way to where he hides him up underneath a desk. But I do love that in true Reacher fashion, he has to break the guy's legs to get him to fit underneath the desk. And so, he just with his bare hands, he just breaks his legs, sticks him under the desk, and then heads out. The last scene is the guy's like, hey, what's up with Angel or something like that. I don't know what he said. He said, what took so long? What were you doing in there? And then Reacher's like, Angel's got a big mouth. Yeah, very quippy, very, silly. But it makes sense with a larger than life character like Reacher. Like, it works better, to be honest, in a book series than it does in live action. But they definitely ham it up a little bit. They ham it up a little bit in this TV series, which, whatever, that's fine. I will tell you that I got some feedback on my episode 1 review. If you go check out the episode 1 review, you'll see a lot of commentary from a viewer that I've been going back and forth with a lot when it comes to Reacher content. And you'll see that I was wrong. It's been a while since I've read this book, and there are some things that I've missed out on. It seems like they've changed quite a bit from the book to the series. Now, I don't mind that as long as the general sense of the story goes in the same direction, as long as the plot is the same, notable characters are in position. Like, I don't mind it. But, it's just, another clear reason why books are just gonna be better 9 times out of 10 than any film or TV series can ever hope to adapt. The book there's just a lot more room for character development, a lot more story being told there. They don't have to cut anything if they don't really want to. Books are better, man. Go read the book and judge for yourself if you think the book is better than this series. But he did point out quite a few things that got left out or changed from the book to this series already, just in the first episode. And then he goes on to tell me some of the things in episode 2 and even 3 that are also much different. And some of them are kind of disappointing to me. So we'll get there. I think episode 3 is a big one where we might have some stuff to discuss. But we're not there yet. Let me go watch episode 3 and we'll get to it. I'm not going to dwell too much on it because not all of you are, book fans. A lot of you are just watching the series, but I will point it out when it's there. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more Reacher content. I've got a ton on the channel already and a ton more on its way. Reacher is one of my all-time favorite characters, so I love talking about anything to do with Jack Reacher, the book series, the TV series, anything that comes out in the news. If you're interested in that, please subscribe for more. And if you do decide to stick around and subscribe, then I will talk to you again real soon. Thanks.